After all the hype, it's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. With a first touchdown of the Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Eagles. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Matthew McCrane on for the PAT. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
At the 31-yard line.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, trying to get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Gronkowski, the intended target, and it's third down. From the gun, Winston. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
At their own 20-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man complete. He's brought down after a very nice gain. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep from that's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 34 yards to gain that time, another first down.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey there to make the grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
McCrane set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Play action now. Winston. And Frank Harris Campbell, that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24-yard line. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. It's another first down and what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they've peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Eagles' 31-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throwing Miller, it's incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And 11.
Winston. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Now, their passing game has certainly been buoyed by some unbelievable catches.
I love that word because if you're the quarterback, if you're the guy throwing it, buoyed would be the word, wouldn't it? Because right now, I think his confidence level is so high. I just throw it out there. They will go get it. And we're seeing some fantastic catches and some great plays as a result.
Offense set to begin their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
For the point after.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Jameis to throw it. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
At the 41-yard line.
On the ground, it's Mack. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, Winston. They'll run the screen with Mack. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a 3rd person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while. Because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Going deep here for Stills. And got his man complete. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, Talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Backs it away and it falls down incomplete. Getting in there to break that one up, Rock Ya-Sin. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Deep ball for Jeffrey. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Yes.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Allen Robinson with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And he'll bang that one through. So that drives 7 plays in length. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone.
Matthew McCrane set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll throw again. Winston. Off the slant. He gets it to Gronkowski. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To the air again with Winston. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's attempt to try and add to your lead. But it was...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Allen Robinson with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Eagles continue to roll. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Matthew McCrane set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. On 1st and 10, Winston. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. After the sack on 1st down, Winston, and that is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Thus far, this Super Bowl has looked less like a contest and more like a coronation. And to call the second half, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Matthew McLean set to kick off.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. Loose football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Matthew McLean set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Rodgers on the return. And a loose football. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert taking it in. And this offense continues to pour it on.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Matthew McLean set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And they run the option here on first and 10. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Well, a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Winston's
How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Allen Robinson, 40 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Indy set to go on offense once more. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about all your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, Captain.
And it's into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 21 yards away. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Here's McCrane now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
McCrane set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throwing out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run here with Mack. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Winston. And that'll be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
At their own 20.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know,
and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 58 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He'll look to throw. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles are pouring it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. McCrane on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
Matthew McCrane set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. Rodgers on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. The Colts on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake, the throw over the top of a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure will get it to him.
A return there. 27 yards all told. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Buying time to slow. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
This is caught. Touchdown. Wait a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Being chased. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Matthew McCrane set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Winston. His throw is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, Winston. And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Here's McCrane now to add the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Rodgers on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Winston. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. A first down throw for Winston. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes over with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
To try again after the sack. Winston. Campbell making the catch. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And his guys will set up shop at midfield line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
This is caught inside the 15. And inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Matthew McCrane set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He completes this one to Mack.
Winston.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Winston now. seconds remaining now. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it'll bring up third down.
Slay on the coverage.
Again, it's Winston. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off-season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
And with that, the Dream Team stepped off the field and into football legend. What means more to your legacy?
It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be a part of that group. I'm grateful we were able to cap it off with a Super Bowl title.